Hey folks, so I just wanted to give you guys a small update with the SEO that we are doing for AI4Chat and for Writecream. And I think it was a while back when I made the last update. And the last time that we had a chat about this, then I think I mentioned that we are going to revamp the AI4Chat website completely. And the reason for that is that if you will if I'll show you the search console, then as you can see that we have the data for the last 16 months, and this is for AI4Chat, by the way. And if we go down here, then if you'll see for the queries that AI4Chat was ranking for, those were very irrelevant queries. We were ranking for queries like rizz AI, InfoKit, AI4Chat, well, that's the brand keyword, riddle solver, Shairi generator, diss track generator, rizz generator, cat translator, pack god roast generator, barber GPT AI. And on the other hand, if you see what AI4Chat is about, well, it is essentially an all-in-one AI platform where you get access to ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Midjourney, all these AI models in a one single interface, so that you don't have to juggle through different browser tabs or manage multiple subscriptions. So we should either ideally be ranking for keywords like something like ChatGPT versus Claude, or something related to ChatGPT, something related to Claude, Gemini, or content revolving around these models, not something like rizz generator or something like that. But when we started with AI4Chat, then what really happened is that we were sort of targeting the low-hanging fruits. And these keywords that you are seeing, these were low-hanging fruits. These had a very low difficulty on SEMrush, I think something like 5 or maybe in single digits or low double digits, something like 11 or 12. So that's why we sort of aimed for these keywords, and we were like, hey, okay, once we sort of rank for these keywords, then we will funnel the traffic internally. We will pass on the link authority to other pages, which will help them rank further. But what ended up happening is that those pages didn't rank as well as we expected. But what happened is that these keywords ranked insanely well. Now, if I zoom in on this graph, then you will see that at its peak, we were getting crazy amounts of traffic. You can see the peaks are almost at 9K. So we were getting a lot of clicks, lots and lots of clicks. I think 6K clicks, 7K clicks, and I think, yeah, you can clearly say 8K clicks. And I think we were like at some point even around 9K, it's like 8,800 clicks a day. So it's a lot of traffic. And so what we ended up doing is that we ended up optimizing for this kind of traffic as well. We were like, okay, once this traffic sort of just started increasing, it started with with double digits, then it went to 3 digits, then it went to 4 digits. Once we sort of saw this kind of a traffic and the other pages weren't ranking as well, we were like, well, let's try and optimize our app around these very keywords. Let's try and convert these users. And we tried a lot of conversion funnels. I think I elaborated these in the last video, but those conversions didn't the conversion rate for these keywords was abysmal, I would say. It was something like 0.1% or something, if I recall correctly. So these keywords were not the best, and I think that's where we sort of strayed away, and that's the mistake we made. That firstly we ranked for the wrong keywords to begin with. Then once we started getting traffic from these wrong keywords, we doubled down on them and tried to optimize our app around to meet the traffic that these keywords are getting, and we tried to monetize them, but we failed. And the key realization is that the keyword intent matters. And if someone is searching for rizz AI, then it's quite unlikely that they are going to be a paid customer. So yeah, that was the main takeaway, that there are some people who won't pay. And the other takeaway that I had was that it might take more effort to produce content around a keyword, maybe around ChatGPT, maybe a dedicated blog article that would require more research. And what we ended up doing, all these pages that I mentioned about rizz AI, InfoKit, or all these keywords, these were programmatically generated. And I also covered how Microsoft Bing penalized us for that when we ended up publishing a bunch of pages, and they ended up delisting us from Bing, and then we sort of made our way back. So I made a dedicated video on how that entire journey went. But yeah, the gist of it is that we created pages programmatically. Those pages they didn't provide the best experience initially, but then when we later tried to sort of improve that experience, even then the users didn't convert. So all of this was free traffic, and that's what I was initially thinking, that hey, I don't mind getting the free traffic as well. And like I will show you with Writecream, free traffic is not always the best traffic. So we'll get to that. But this is the issue I had, and then it was like, hey, it's fine, we made a mistake, we admit it, now let's rectify things. So what did I end up doing was that I ended up removing all the pages for rizz, Infocate, Riddle Solver, all these keywords that you see. I removed those, and then what we did was that earlier we had a different website for the dashboard was on a different website. We had a different main website. So the main website was at www.ai4chat.co. Then the dashboard was on a different subdomain, app.ai4chat.co. So what also happened initially in the older experience was that once a user came to the main website, then that had a completely different design as compared to the dashboard that you are seeing. So that also was another friction point for the users. Now it just makes sense that you just get users organically on the same interface, and you give them a couple of free generations, and if they like it, then they upgrade in the same interface. So that reduces friction. So yeah, this is the new AI4Chat website that we have. What we just did was that we took the dashboard, we took the dashboard that we had, and we created a homepage around it and all the blog, etc., around it. And this is the new website that we have. So just a quick look around, you will see all the different options that we have. So AI chat, text to app, etc. So this might tell the user that okay, they have all these different options. And then we just simply say one platform, every AI model, stop paying for 10 different subscriptions, access ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and 100 plus other premium AI tools, chat, image, video, music, and more in a single unified interface. So we have 3 call to actions: start chatting for free, view the pricing plans, or explore the models. So explore models is something that that was rolled out this week. So these are the pages which will be which hopefully will drive traffic organically. We are also doing some more keyword research to sort of figure out the low difficulty keywords that we can create content around, let's say ChatGPT. Of course, these will be blog articles or something like that. But again, it will take sort of more effort, but that's the goal, that you produce more quality content. Now, as a result, what has happened is that we ended up redirecting all those pages to the homepage. Some of those were redirected to 404, but now what we have is that we are getting traffic which is like 20 clicks. Yesterday, I think we got like 30 clicks. So you can see that the traffic is now in low double digits. So going from like almost 9,000 clicks to 20 clicks a day. So you can imagine that's a very, very steep decline. And yeah, this was definitely intentional. Now, hopefully, Google will be willing to sort of, the goal is that Google will have this, will allow us to sort of rank for these keywords. Now, the reason why I say that is because of what I now want to get to you. What I want to talk about is keyword cannibalization. So let's take a look at what is the issue with Writecream. So we have this keyword, we have this page on Writecream which is created on Proposal Writer, and I can tell you for sure that this is one of the best proposal writers out there. The experience is very customized. We have ensured, we have put in a lot of work into this interface. This was not something which was just vibe coded like in a single shot. It took time, and you can see it shows in the images. That's what we are trying to see. Like, this is all that you will get. You can see that a lot of effort went into creating this page. But the thing is that we aren't ranking for this. Now, let me first just take you to SEMrush and show you that if you take a look at the domain overview for writecream.com, you will see that we have a very good authority score of 38. So we have a very good domain authority, and then when I actually do a keyword search for proposal writer, then you will see that this is a very easy keyword to rank for. It has got a difficulty of 20, and the thumb rule here is that if you have if your domain authority is higher than the keyword difficulty, then you should easily rank for it. But there are a couple of other things that you usually consider. You ideally go and check the backlinks of the websites which are already ranking. So you see the backlinks, and you will see here that the first result has 3, then the second one has 4, then a few of them have no backlinks at all, then 12, then 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So ideally, with a domain authority which is as good as ours, and also with such a great user experience, we expected that when this page went live, we were like, okay, maybe within a week or so, ideally we will start with somewhere in the top 10, but we are nowhere there. This page is not getting any traffic at all. Now the reason for that is because there are way too many keywords which we already have for proposal writer. So if you just do a Google search for proposal writer Writecream, then now what you will end up seeing is that this is one page, this is another page, this is another page, this is another page, and this is another page. So what has ended up happening is what we call as keyword cannibalization. So essentially, if I just go back, then yes, a couple of these pages are sub pages. So like generate proposal, business proposal, etc., etc. All these are sub pages. They are sort of extensions. But if we ignore these sort of like maybe let's say the business proposal page, but we still have all these I think, let me just go back, proposal writer. Yeah. So let's say if I just open this page, right? I think this was generated in a single shot or something. So we are using WordPress for this, and the experience here, it isn't as polished. So this is all this page has, but this page was getting some traffic initially, but then the users weren't converting. So we created a much better page. And what ended up happening is that also another issue with Writecream was that we had multiple teams working on SEO. So one team was creating keywords, they were finding keywords on their own and they were creating pages on it, and then another team was doing the same thing. And what ended up happening is that those teams weren't in sync. And that's why we ended up publishing duplicate pages on the same keyword. So so we have like a couple of different pages like you saw, just targeting keywords. And that's what I mean by keyword cannibalization, is that our pages are competing for the same keyword. Now, if I am Google and if someone is searching for proposal writer, then I don't know which of these pages to serve, right? Do I serve the first one? Do I serve the second one? Do I serve the third one? Which page should I serve? So that's what the issue is, that all these pages are competing with each other, and as a result, no page is ranking. That's what Google is confused about. So this is another thing that we have to figure that we are working on, is that we have ended up removing a lot of these duplicate pages. A bunch of those pages have been done. And we are just working on moving away from WordPress now for Writecream. And the reason for that is because currently we use Avada in WordPress, and that has some bottlenecks of its own. WordPress in general has some issues. There are some security issues, and Writecream gets a lot of traffic. It gets a crazy amounts of traffic. And again, the issue with that is that as a result, I think we are using like a 24 or maybe we are using some light sail server. I don't recall the RAM exactly, but it's a ridiculously powerful server. I think it has like 24 GBs of RAM, and we are probably giving out like $20 or $40 a month just to run this server. And it is really very costly. And in comparison to something like if you are maybe running let's say the main website of AI4Chat, this is running on a simple, I think EC2, I think it's a T3 small EC2. So yeah, which is much cheaper in comparison, and this is a custom built code, right? So like it's not using anything like WordPress or any custom framework. We are just using we built this website from scratch, right, using our just HTML, CSS, JS, etc. Node.js essentially. So that's what we are doing with Writecream as well, that we are sort of moving it away from WordPress to a website which is easier to maintain. WordPress has some of its own bottlenecks that the pages. Avada has some issues about if you want to sort of update multiple pages together, then there are some issues, and it uses MySQL, which is not something our team is very proficient in. So it's something that you will have to learn. So our essential core strength, the code base which we are strong in, is essentially using MongoDB with Node.js and HTML, CSS, JS, or any front-end framework works. That is fine as well. But essentially, we are just looking to make things easier for us to maintain, and that's why we are sort of also transitioning away from WordPress. Writecream, I think the Writecream website will roll out within the next month or so, which will be like, it will have all the same pages, the UI and everything will be close to what you see. But under the hood, we will have sort of the entire stack would be a custom stack, stack that we understand from end to end, and it will be easier for us to maintain. It will be easier for us to create content on, maintain, and also update later on. So yeah, that is what is happening. So these were the two updates that I wanted to highlight. And proposal writer is not just the single keyword that we made content around. We also made, like you will see that we also had all these PDF creator tools, and all of these tools have a custom experience. Like you can just see that how many tools that we created. And again, all of these are like don't have difficulty. They have a difficulty similar to what I showed you for proposal writer. And then the same goes for SEO tools, you can see. And Writecream is definitely it's now it's an AI SEO tool, which sort of helps you create SEO optimized articles on autopilot. It lets you grow your SEO on autopilot using our backlink autopilot feature. You simply add your domain, it will auto-publish content on the keywords that you give it, and it can also help you grow your backlinks organically by giving you backlinks on other websites. So like, let's say if you have a website on like on something that makes chocolates, right? And if there is another gift website, right? And that gift website ends up publishing an article on what are the best gifts, and your chocolate and your website sells chocolate. So maybe that article will include a reference to chocolates, and that article and the chocolates keyword there will link to your website. So that's how you will end up getting relevant backlinks. All that will be done on autopilot. You don't have to touch a needle. And the best leverage here is our user network of over 2 million users. So you will end up growing your backlinks organically. So yeah, that's essentially what we are doing, is that we are now, as you can see, we have got a bunch of SEO tools now. So yeah, that's what we are now trying to go after. We are now going after quality over quantity. That was another mistake which I think I mentioned in the last video. And then similarly, we also have tools. We tried creating tools around images, and all these tools were free. They were high quality tools, and these weren't something which were sort of just built in a single shot. They took a lot of time. We were sort of like, we ensured that a lot of quality went into producing all of these tools. But yeah, they didn't rank as we expected. And again, all of these were sort of cross-linked as well. But yeah, like I showed you with proposal writer, these keywords, these pages didn't rank as well as we expected they would. So yeah, that's what we are just fixing now. We are just moving Writecream to a completely to an easier to maintain code stack. That migration is almost complete, and once that happens, it sort of becomes easier for us to manage this entire website. We are reducing the duplicate pages, like I told you with Writecream, and hopefully that will help us in ranking for these pages, which are really high quality. And as for AI4Chat, like I told you, we have a completely new homepage, and we are kind of starting from scratch with AI4Chat. So this explore models page that we have, this has this lists all the models which are available on our platform. So all these model pages, they are also good quality. And if I will sort of go down, and you can see that there are lots of pages. So all the models, I think we have over almost 100 or 200 models at this point. So a lot of models are present on our website, and all these pages, hopefully Google will rank them. And once they start driving traffic, and like I mentioned, we are also sort of you can SEMrush has this great tool called as if I'll just quickly show you. Let's zoom out. Yeah. So SEMrush has this great tool as keyword magic tool, right? And if you just quickly open it up and let's say you search for something like ChatGPT, right? You do a search for it and you search the country to as United States, etc., etc. Then it will show you all of these keywords that you can create content around. And essentially what we are doing is we are sort of like just setting a cap, let's say maybe to 20 or something like that. You hit apply, and then you maybe like set a minimum volume or something for the keywords. That's like 500 or something, right? Then it will give you keywords, and well, yeah, simply you can just go through these keywords, review which ones are the best, and just create content around them, right? And again, these are low-hanging fruits, but it's tough to create content around them. It's not as easy as one shot. Maybe if you sort of nail the pipeline well, maybe it will be one shot for certain keywords, but then of course you have to ensure that even if you're creating those pages one shot, the user experience is important. That is something that we didn't prioritize initially, and that's what led to us being in this place. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is so that you don't end up making the mistakes that we did. So yeah, that's what we are doing with AI4Chat. And these are all the model pages that we have. We have got model pages for these are just the LLMs. Then we have got similar model pages for images, videos, text to speech, etc., etc., right? And then you can also like go and view the details of each model, see what it's about, and then so yeah, why use Click Studio, try these prompts, etc., etc. And then if you want to compare these models against one another in a video playground. So yeah, a pretty simple page. Users can sign up if they like, and they get all this in a unified interface. Of course, we will monitor the traffic closely. We have got analytics. There is Microsoft Clarity. There's Google Analytics. We'll monitor the traffic closely, see how these pages perform. If there are any updates which are required to the user experience, you sort of figure that out from the recordings and from the analytics, and you make those changes. So yeah, the focus now is more on quality than on quantity, but of course we also sort of take these keywords around ChatGPT, Claude, etc., etc., create blog articles around them, try to drive traffic for them, and hopefully these users will convert. That will be a separate funnel in itself. But yeah, that's all that we are doing with Writecream and AI4Chat. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and hopefully there were some insights, some takeaways that you guys have, which will hopefully help you in not making these mistakes that I did. And yeah. So yeah, that's all that I have got for you guys in this video. And if you found this video helpful, you know the drill, like, follow, subscribe, etc., etc. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.